Thank you for joining Wars of the Roses. And in this video, we're going to be discussing Christianity and the founding of America. USA, a Christian nation? All persons shall have full and free liberty of religious opinion, nor shall any be compelled to frequent or maintain any religious institution. Thomas Jefferson, 1814. The German church and the people are practically the same body. Therefore, there could be no issue between church and state. Adolf Hitler, 1934. America is a secular state with religious freedom. Remember, the word God does not always mean Jesus Christ. It only holds that meaning to those that believe Jesus is God. For example, if a Muslim were to read the word God, he would not assume Jesus Christ. The Constitution of the United States makes no reference to Jesus Christ, Christianity, or even God. In Article 6, which is the only religious reference, it is not in support of a Christian nation. It states as follows: no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. Later in 1791, the First Amendment stated, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, thus ensuring a fully secular state with a guarantee of religious freedom for all. Treaty of Tripoli, signed by John Adams, taking effect as the law of the land as of June 10, 1797, states, under Article 11, as the government of the United States of America is not, in any sense, founded on the Christian religion, as it has in itself no character of enmity against the laws, religion, or tranquility of Muslims, and, as the said states, never entered into any war or act of hostility against any Muslim nation, it is declared by the parties that no pretext arising from religious opinions shall ever produce an interruption of the harmony existing between the two countries. It wasn't even until 1954 when "under God" was added to the current version of the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States. In Zorrock versus Clausen, 1952, the Supreme Court held that the nation's institutions presupposed a supreme being, and that government recognition of God does not constitute the establishment of a state church, as the Constitution's authors intended to prohibit. Some thoughts by the founding fathers of the United States. Thomas Jefferson. Christianity neither is nor ever was part of the common law. Christianity is the most perverted system that ever shone on man. Thomas Paine. All national institutions of churches, whether Jewish, Christian, or Turkish, appear to me no other than human institutions set up to terrify and enslave mankind and monopolize power and profit. John Madison. Religion and government will exist in greater purity the less they are mixed together. The mystery schools played a large role of the creation of America as we know it today. It can be seen in the layout of Washington, D.C. itself, and many of the founding fathers were deists, and often the ones that even claimed to be Christian were divided in their personal beliefs and belonged to many different sects and churches. Many of the founding fathers of the American Revolution were members of the Fraternitas Rosicrucians, as the ideal of freedom from tyranny in order to pursue one's spiritual vocation was and is a paramount fundamental tenet of the fraternity. In 1774, the Great Council of Three, the fraternity's ultimate governing body, was composed of Benjamin Franklin, George Clymer, and Thomas Paine. In a letter written by Thomas Jefferson to John Adams, dated October 13, 1813, when addressing the Jefferson Bible, he stated the following: there will be found remaining the most sublime and benevolent code of morals which has never been offered to man. I have performed this operation for my own use by cutting verse by verse out of the printed book and arranging the matter which is evidently his and which is easily distinguishable as diamonds in a dunghill. The result is an octavo of 46 pages of pure and unsophisticated doctrines. In Benjamin Franklin's autobiography on page 66, the following is stated: "My parents had given me bedtime religious impressions, and I received from my infancy a pious education in the principles of Calvinism. But scarcely was I arrived at 15 years of age when, after having doubted in turn of different tenets, according as I found them combated in the different books that I read, I began to doubt of revelation itself. Some books against deism fell into my hand. It happened that they wrought an effect on me quite contrary to what was intended by them, for the arguments of the deist, which were quote to be refuted, appeared to me much stronger than the refutions. In short, I soon became a thorough deist." In Thomas Paine's book, The Age of Reason, he stated that the Bible's claims could not be true, and he ridiculed Christianity, which Paine regarded as an obstacle to society and political reform. He himself was a deist. Thomas Paine is quoted in his Origin of Freemasonry as stating, "The Christian religion and Masonry have one and the same common origin. Both are derived from the worship of the sun. The difference between their origin is that the Christian religion is a parody of the worship of the sun, in which they put a man whom they call Christ in the place of the sun, and pay to him the same adoration which was originally paid to the sun, as I have shown in the chapter of the origin of the Christian religion." Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. Please consider donating to Wars of the Rosies so we can expand and get better equipment so we can produce better quality videos for you. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description below. Thank you very much.